We all love watermelon and pumpkin farms, right? You know, get some good old pumpkin, watermelon. Of course, I'm a creative right now, so they're not going to go in my inventory. But, of course, great resources for food. You can make pumpkin pie. They also look good. You can use them for light sources, right? Watermelon, you can use that for consuming food. Easy resource, obviously. It's great. And what's the other thing you can use it for? For potions? Yes. And they're just both really great products, but we have to go, make the farm, then we have to go destroy them, and then we have to hope they replant, we have to go back again and again, and then we have to store it ourselves. It's just this constantly annoying thing that everyone has to do, but there's an easy solution for this. Here today I'll be giving a tutorial on a pumpkin slash watermelon farm, all automatic. It's gonna collect the watermelon and pumpkin, and it's gonna store the watermelon pumpkin. Just for this sake, I only made a watermelon one, but pumpkin will work just fine. And we're gonna go through this whole thing with you. And obviously, you don't need all of this in this exact way. You can expand this part here, and you can have more farms, more modules going up. You can hook up your own kind of clock, whatever, your own storage system. I'm just doing this as an example, set out in a simplistic way for you guys, the viewers, to understand. And we're going to be breaking down into 3 parts, and that's going to be the redstone clock, the modules themselves, along with the traveling of the items, and of course the simple storage. This one's very simple. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. First off here, you're going to start with a donut shaped a 3x3 square and hollow out the middle with dirt. And then around that, you're going to pick any block of your choice, really. And for this video, I'm actually going to be using a couple blocks so you can see the different circuits. And let's go ahead and use like yellow and blue. Those two are pretty different. And then for a few redstone items you're going to need, obviously this is going to vary depending on how tall you make the modules and how many modules you add, I should say. Well, we don't need that yet. Just regular piston, redstone dust, redstone repeater, you don't need that yet, but we're going to throw that in the inventory. Redstone torch, you're going to need a lot of these, and a lot of pistons as well. It's not the cheapest farm in the world, but I think it's necessary. It's my favorite, and it's just nice looking and compact as it goes up like one direction. And so let's go ahead and on these sides, in each, middle section of the sides, you're gonna put a piston facing inward towards the block. And let's see, I don't know, I'm just gonna stick with the 3 levels again, but you can go as high as you want, of course. Yeah, you just build these up. What's going on here? There we go. You just build these up however many you want, but we're gonna go ahead and do 3. Just like that. Alright, and I'll catch you guys back in just a second. Then you can go ahead and fill each level that doesn't have a piston on it with dirt above that, so that's just 2 more for me, or however many, of course, you're doing in the module wise. Alright, for this, starting off, you're going to put 2 blocks, a block below and a block to the corner, towards the corner, below the piston, and then you're going to put a redstone torch there, and then a block on top of that redstone torch, and on each outside of this block, you're going to put a redstone torch. And you're basically going to repeat this process here, building these up as many levels as you guys do, as you can go ahead and watch me. And this is really annoying. You just put block on top of these outside torches, oops, and then you can go ahead and put a torch here, then put another block in the middle area here, torch on the outside of this block, on each side that is, and then there. And as for, as for these redstone torches here on the inside, they don't have to be in the middle, they can be on either side, it doesn't really matter, but as for me, I just like them to be on the one side because it looks nicer. It's just, that's how I am, I'm kind of OCD about it. But yeah, so that's basically the redstone. We're gonna go ahead and repeat this on the other side using a yellow circuit, and I'll get back to you after that. Alright, now that we got that done, we're gonna go ahead and grab a hoe, along with some seeds. Grab a hoe, some seeds. Where are the seeds at? They're right here, right? No, I was in the wrong section again. Right here. Gosh, that's really annoying. Alright, grab some seeds in the... Oh, no, I'm just going to cut that out. Alright, now that we got those 2 circuits done, we're going to go ahead and hoe... Oh, I used the wrong dirt for this, so I gotta click it twice. But yeah, you're going to go ahead and hoe all these corners here and put your seeds in. And I know that's going to be a little bit harder on survival, but you do that for all levels. Obviously, you're going to probably have to do some scaffolding here at the corners, but that's going to be a-okay. And this little dirt here, I don't think that should bother it, but obviously you guys are going to just go ahead and want to use regular as it's easier that way. Quick trick, when you're doing this and putting the seeds in, you can go ahead and take some bone meal and just grow them real quick. I'm not sure how long the wait time is for these to grow right, especially since we don't have water going down the middle right now to saturate the dirt. But I know it's just, to me at least, it's quite a bit quicker. Oh, forgot a piece of seed over there. But yeah, there's a quick tip for that. And basically our next step is going to be putting glass anywhere there aren't blocks in this general square or filled in by redstone dust. And we're going to do that with a level up here, and as we did on this one, I'll put a water source in the middle here, and it has to be in between these blocks, otherwise it will cover everywhere and destroy redstone, and, well, it's just big old fun. And then you don't have to cover it with carpet, I like to. I just like to conceal as much as I can of this, like with the glass and stuff. It's not necessary. Anyway, here I'll be putting glass, will be like here and here. You don't need blocks there, but as for like if a chicken comes running along, maybe it'll destroy it or something else. It's just, I don't know, I like it looks better to me, and it just feels safer. And when I put in all this time and effort, I don't like for things to be destroyed. No, I don't think you would either. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back to you after once I get all that glass done. Alright guys, quick tip for you. If you are building underground or you're not building with glass or anything like that, what I would suggest doing is putting a light source like every bottom down here and every once in a while, so it gives this light into the plants. Otherwise it won't grow properly or efficiently, and it's just not as nice. And also, I personally don't need it, but I just think it looks nicer, so I like to brighten it up. Obviously, I think that one's going to look a lot nicer than this one. This is just so you guys can see everything a little more clear, even though it kind of looks messier. But yeah, basically after that, you cover the top here. You can go ahead and put the water source down the middle here. And I personally like to take a red carpet. It can be any kind of block, but just, you know, it's thinner there and you don't fall in or whatever. You don't even have to cover it. I just personally like to. Oops. And you're going to go ahead and do that and put the water source. That's going to help saturate the plants and the dirt, so sometimes they'll just disappear randomly without being saturated. This way they grow faster and they're more lively in a sense. Alright, and from here, once you dig out a little area at the bottom, you're going to go ahead and keep extending this down and follow. Well, at this point also, when you're underground, you're not affecting those. You don't have to do it on both sides. You can only do one. You can just save some resources that way if you want. And I personally, oops, don't need that. I personally like to try and make these face the same way. So on this one, oops, first say, throw it like this. That way, this area is the same width, and we do our, when we do, oh, borrow some watermelon already coming down. How do those, when I did this, yeah, when this way you can have a clear path when you're transporting your items, whether that be watermelon or pumpkin. Basically, when you have them separated like this and they're both facing this way, you have a path for the waterway right here, less than like this pointing in or out or whatever, and it just looks more clean and it's easier to work with. After this, we're going to go ahead and connect this one up to this one. And you want to stay out of this middle area here because we're going to be covering that with blocks, as well as to here because that's where we're going to have a water source floating it that way. Or, well, you probably should have went a different way, but that's going to be alright. It won't matter. Alright, after you connect these two circuits here, you're going to basically make what I'm going to call purple circuit. And these are going to connect back this way or really any direction, and you can put this anywhere you want. Go ahead and put a comparator down though, and then into that comparator we're going to need a repeater right here, redstone connecting both those here, and you're going to put this on really any tick you want. I like to go ahead and just be safe and put it on this tick. I believe the other ones work as well. pretty sure. I'm basically sure. And what this is going to do, as you can see there, is it's going to send a pulse through just for a quick second. So when a redstone block is here, it's not continuously holding those down, the pistons that is, so they can still be spawn time for the pumpkins and watermelon, but it's going to give a quick pulse. That way you can just, quickly hit them down, and basically the watermelon are going to fall down into this water stream here, and we'll transport them off in just a second. But we're going to go ahead and finish the timer clock, the hopper timer clock. Man, I can't, that was a mouthful. Face one this way of a sticky piston, face another sticky piston this way. Then, am I doing this right? Yeah. Then you put a redstone dust here, an eel block here, an eel block here. Then basically 2 comparators pointing outwards towards those boxes, and that's going to send a thing through here, a pulse through this block connecting this, so it will push one that way or push and pull one the opposite way. Then basically, let's go ahead, and you're going to want to feed 2 hoppers facing into each other, just like this, and you can really set this to any time you want. So basically, obviously you can put all 64. I wouldn't recommend putting 64 in every single one of these, as there can be issues with that, but for this we're going to do 16 pieces. But obviously, you might want to do 3 stacks, 3.5 stacks, 4 stacks, 4.5 stacks, depending on how often you want this to go off. And of course, you can hook this up to any other automatic farms you're going to be having, just because you can save on all these bits of resources here by just doing this once. So by putting this with 16 blocks, you're basically doing 32, 2 times the amount of blocks you're going in, as it's going to go this way, 1 pulse, and then you gotta wait those 16 blocks, then it's gonna go here, 16 blocks, so that's gonna give it the 32 before it goes back here and does that single pulse. After you finish this circuit here, we're gonna go ahead and go this way. You're gonna want to build 1 block here, you're gonna want to take a sign or anything else that can stop water, and go ahead and click done. You don't have to write A or anything, click those. And then after this, you're gonna put a block here, 1 back this way, here, this way, this way, this way, and this is going to be able to travel wherever you want your items to go, and make sure you set this one back when doing so. This is going to help so none of the items fall down and get stuck in the water, as right where you place it, there is usually, as you can see, like, just, it's not always all flowing, and sometimes items can get stuck in that. And also, I'm going to be placing an ice under the water. This is going to make items travel just that much quicker, as you can probably go ahead and tell. Like, yes, like, automatically, like, it went a lot quicker by just, doing that, compared to just sitting there in a water stream on any old block. It kind of, well, I mean, it still went quick, but, just, like, obviously things like that will happen, they'll get stuck. Wow, that one really shot. But yeah, so this is going to make it that much quicker for us. And then after this, you're going to go ahead and connect this up to a hopper. Let me go grab one of those. And this hopper, and now here, when we connect this to a hopper, we're going to go ahead and connect this to a dropper system. You can use any old system that you personally want to do. This is just going to make the items travel upwards. We're going to go ahead and do a hopper circuit, just because, or not a hopper, a dropper, my bad, a circuit, just because, I don't know. To me, it's more consistent. Yes, it has a lot more supplies, but it's just more consistent overall than like a item trap with glass, less supply loss, and, well, with just a short distance with like this, we're not going too high. It's really all you can do. It's just simpler in my opinion, no other reason. Basically, you're going to build up all these hoppers going this way, and then on this side here, well, you're going to want to tear out some land here. Basically, okay. After you dig out this section here, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure you include all 3 of the hoppers, or however many hoppers you have going up, connected into this hopper. Just make sure you don't forget about this last one here, or you will have all your items stuck, overflowing, and you'll cause a lot of lag too. You'll lose a lot of items, and that is no fun for which of either. And then, so basically, you're going to do the same old circuit, starting with the bottom one, torch facing the hopper. I mean, I guess you could do either or, it doesn't really matter, but it's actually no, go ahead and do it this way. And you're going to do a comparator into that block, and make sure you go all the way up with those torches as well. And you can cover it with the chest at the top over those two, and that's what the items will flow into through. Make sure you use droppers. That's a key part about it. And we're going to be using also the same old hopper into hopper flow. And you're going to only fill it in with one block this time. I mean, you can make it longer, but definitely is not good to make it longer. Then after this, you're going to want to put actually, I don't need that. We're going to put that there with a redstone on it. This is going to go ahead and clock this locked, and a comparator, I believe a comparator into this. Is this right? I don't know if I'm doing this right. Believe so, and then a block here, block there, and I didn't even grab redstone. Can't believe that. Redstone build without redstone. Insane. Grab this redstone. Go ahead and connect these up here. And is that right? No. What's going on here? Something's not right. Let me figure this out one sec. Alright, my bad. When you're going ahead putting this down, make sure you put a repeater here. Not a redstone torch. This is going to convert it so it's always off, and we actually always want it on when there's no items in this dropper here. Let's go ahead and do that. That way you don't hear that constant clicking that you hear, as to say, like this. Yeah, we don't want to hear that all the time. So we're going to turn that off, and that way we only hear all those clicking noises when items are actually transporting up. That way if we're walking by, we're not hearing or that weird noise every time, you know, constantly going insane in the back of your mind. And yeah, that's actually going to go ahead and complete this circuit altogether. We can test it out real quick. Throw a watermelon up here. I think there's some in there. And yeah, well, there's already been watermelon going up, as you can see there. And there are going to be, are there? No? Maybe not? No. Actually, with how short my circuit is, there won't be any watermelon stuck in the system. But if you make yours taller, since this is connected to the bottom one, you're going to have a watermelon like every 3 or 4 blocks, and the dropper is just sitting there because it's only going to go and transport those items when there's one down here by a tick or so. So just make sure you know that, and there's no issues if that is happening. But yeah, that's basically going to cover up, and you're going to have your whole circuit done. You don't have to build it exactly like mine, of course. This can be as tall as you can want it. You can hook up any timer that you know or learned elsewhere, or put it to a daylight sensor if you really want that. That's less efficient in my opinion. Maybe something with less supplies if you find that, or anything else. And collection systems, all your option too. Of course, you can always expand this up for a lot more efficiency, and just many more drops, in my opinion. I usually make them twice, 3 times, 4 times bigger than this, and they do great. They're, honestly, these are both incredible systems to have. Yeah, no, of course, decorated, you know, I decorated this one a little bit nicer. I mean, even this one was kind of done pretty quick and quick scene. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked it. If you guys did, leave a like and then comment in the description if you want to see more things like this or anything else Redstone. I'm going to be continuously reviewing Redstone builds. I do not design any, and if I do, I will definitely tell you, because that would be an exciting day for me. But I got this one from Mumbo Jumbo. I don't believe he invented it. Maybe he did. But you know how it is with Redstone. They're throwing all about on people. But yeah, go ahead, leave a like, comment if you want. I mean, it'd be great for me. And subscribe if you really did enjoy. See you guys in the next one.